got caught cheating. It's all my fault. Now I'm hardly speaking. What can I do?
Welcome back to the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on VegasOnNetRadio.com. Streaming live video at SinCityBounty.com. You can go there and join the chat and give us some of your answers. Hey, we got an answer off Facebook for the question, did your parents try to keep you believing in Santa? And Nico says, nope, but as long as the gifts kept coming in, I didn't care.
That's what I say. As long as you keep believing, you keep getting. I believe, baby. Mm-hmm. Hey, I just want to put a shout out to our show next week.
Yes.
Next week, we have got Eliza Allure in. She is a BBW porn star. She's very beautiful. She is nominated for an AVN, which is open new to the BBW girls this year. And she's going to be, what she's coming in to talk about is she's planning a gangbang. She's planning on doing 40 guys at AVN and filming it live broadcasting. You guys can watch it live as it happens. So she's going to tell us all that when she comes
live streaming porn. We knew it was going to come to this, right?
Live streaming porn gangbang.
Look, live streaming porn's called cam modeling.
But no, not a gangbang.
No, not a gangbang. This is new. But what I want to see,
it's pay-per-view porn.
You know what she needs to do is she needs to incorporate this not only into a gangbang, but she needs to make it also a live bukkake. So she can get all of these guys and then they just all just
we'll have to get all the details from her. But you know what I want to ask her? How do you prep to be fucked by 40 men?
Right.
You know what you get? You get the numbing analies and you put it in your vagina.
But why?
Could you do your Kegel? Wait, could you do Kegels if you had I
would want to be. If I'm going to do 40 guys, I want to have. If I'm going to do sex at all, there has to be some semblance of pleasure involved.
How many of you have had? Wait a minute. How many of you have been stimulated to overstimulation? The two of you been stimulated to overstimulation, and you can't. You just need to stop. Because you're overstimulated, and sometimes that's the end of the session altogether.
Yes.
I have been there. You?
Yes, I've been there.
I am absolutely positive that at guy 4 or 5, she's going to get overstimulated. She's going to have. It doesn't last forever. The analies, the numbing analies, but it will at least get her through a vast majority of them. I'm sure she'll have.
So it'll be like working.
Porn is work.
Yes, it is.
Have you never talked to a porn star who says
porn? It's work.
Porn is not what you think it is.
There's nothing sexual about doing porn. Nothing.
It is not nearly as sexy as we all jill off to.
It's how they edit the film.
And the voiceover acting that happens afterwards. Which I want to get into voiceover acting for porns. Ow! 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 I think I can do it.
Maybe you can talk to Miss Eliza when she's in here next week, okay? Because she's doing it.
I want to be the voice of orgasms the worldwide.
Well, porn is not the money industry it used to be, correct?
No, it is not.
You know, and here's, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day about this. You know, back in the day when I was much younger and in my early 20s, there weren't that kind of activity going on in the BBW world. So now there's a lot of girls, a lot of the beautiful young girls coming up.
We've had almost all of them on the show.
Yes, but
Wendy
I don't know.
40 guys, isn't she going to chafe?
That's what I'm saying, Wendy.
That's what lube is for.
But I'm saying, have we seen in the years, we've seen a bigger saturation of the girls in the industry, but are we seeing a bigger saturation of fans?
No.
In other words, is the pie getting any bigger, or is there just more women trying to get a piece of the same pie?
Yeah.
It's more women trying to get a piece of the same pie.
And here's a good way that I noticed. Okay, now, you know, I've been to the Bash like 16 years, in a row. It's the same motherfucker single med showing up. They ain't getting married. They ain't looking for Miss Right.
They're all whacking off to the same porn.
Exactly.
So, no, and the industry, we had Pete Housley in last week, and even he was talking about how the industry is changing. It's no longer about the DVD sales at a store like, you know, the big porn stores here. And even the big porn stores here, their porn DVD sections are getting smaller and smaller. It's about toys and lingerie now. And shoes, by the way.
All the porn they can get on the internet that they want. So they don't need to sell
and you can get
a physical
free.
Copy.
Right. You can get it free.
Oh, yeah.
I masturbate to free porn all the time.
I don't pay for porn. I haven't bought a porn in forever.
Well, it only takes me less than 15 minutes to get off on a porn anyway. So
not even that, I don't think.
And I can find full 30-minute porns for free online,
Oh,
and I don't need 5
I found
minutes.
it. Yeah, I found it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But you still need people who are willing to put it up there. So unless you're a fan of amateur porn,
Which I am. I prefer amateur porn.
do you really?
I do. I do because, especially when it's homemade amateur porn, because generally that's real sex.
And the funny stuff that happens.
I love the funny
Like
stuff.
the
queef.
One of the funniest things I ever saw was a guy was doing it in his apartment with pineapple.
He was doing it with a pineapple.
No, with a girl called Pineapple.
Oh.
And
isn't that Pickery?
his room was a complete mess with pile of clothes everywhere, and hanging on the wall as a backdrop was a blanket from a U-Haul truck.
That's what you call
It was hilarious.
made porn.
Hello, my name is Pineapple.
Yep.
And I'm here to do this video. This video. It was hilarious.
This video?
Video. 'Cause she's Asian.
She was an Asian girl.
Hello,
yeah.
my name is Pineapple. And she had her purse. She was like naked, boobs, purse. Hello, my name is Pineapple. I'm here to do this video.
It was awesome. But I like the porn that's been made. There's a
I like spoof porn.
A spoof porn. I love
Spoof porn. I will pay
porn.
for spoof porn.
Right. And then there's another one, and it's more softcore porn than anything, but it's done by a female porn star. She creates it, and they're the romance porns. The ones with the Fabio looking guys.
Oh,
and
they look like the cover of a romance novel.
And
huh?
the rooms with the
Pillars and
sheets,
stuff. Oh.
the
shears
hanging everywhere,
The
and
draperies.
candles, and it's very romantic and very sensual, and the guys are always hot, and the damsels in distress
Sounds
kind
like
of
you're watching
being played.
Spartacus.
But the porn she masturbates to is girls tied up with whips and chains being told to call Master, aren't you a dirty little cunt, you dirty little whore bitch.
I do love that.
Hey, there ain't nothing better than a good spanking scene, because that's another thing you can't fake.
No.
You can't. I mean, you can fake some of the bondage stuff, but actual striking, you cannot fake that.
And it's kind of hard to find. I have a couple. I have 2 DVDs that have that kind of porn on it, but most of them are women spanking other women, and I prefer
Men on woman.
men spanking the women. But that's like kind of a political no because women empowerment kind of thing, which I understand. But and then or if it's girl and boy, it's the girl torturing the boy, and I just can't. Ooh, it just makes me cringe when I see them stepping on their balls and stuff.
I can't do that either.
See, I can't watch that.
So,
I
but-
cannot do femdom porn.
No.
It's got to be male dom. And I'm just like you. It's got to be male dom, and I really want to see males striking women.
Yeah.
And
But there are a couple of really good websites out
I'm
there.
all hot now thinking about that.
That do some bondage scenes, and it's very cool how they do it. I'll find the name for it next week if we talk about it. But they always show the couple before together talking or doing whatever, and then after they have them posing together.
Do you really
and-
watch the film that long to see the before and the after?
Oh, they're not very long at all. They're as long as it takes to usually get her to come off.
As soon as I'm off.
But a lot of you know the machine that Pete Hauser was talking
Uh-huh.
about. They have those machines and
Fucking machines.
Very great.
Yeah, no. As soon as I come, I'm done watching it. I don't fucking care what they do.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
As soon and usually it doesn't take me very long at all. So those little 30-second, 1 minute, 2 minute clips on Hamster X or X Hamster or whatever, those are fine. Those
Yeah.
are perfect.
So,
Yeah.
I was just ruminating about how we went from talking about how Santa is real to masturbating to porn. And I love how this show flows like that.
Well, we were talking about our guest next week, Eliza Allure.
Right, and her 40 dude gangbang that she's going to be
Right.
doing at AVN, which is mind-blowing.
I can't wait to hear about this.
I wonder if she's going to blow her mind. Well, she's not going to
I
do
wonder
any
how
blowing.
many fluffers she's got.
Wendy says
know.
that you could do voiceovers for hentai porn.
I could, and I would
What kind of porn?
Hentai. It's Japanese porn.
Oh.
It's animated Japanese porn.
I can't watch Japanese animated porn because most of the time, most of the little girls are animals.
No, wait a second.
They're animal-like-
Animated, so it's cartoon porn.
Yes.
Yes.
What does that do for
I
you?
like cartoon porn. I like funny cartoon porn, but the way that the Japanese do it is they have they're little tiny girls, they're little girls, they're like 12-year-old girls doing this porn, and then some of them have little fox ears and tails, and they're just animals, girls. It's weird to me.
And I really
Yeah.
love that.
And you
shit.
love that.
I love that
Are they
shit.
a bunch of like furries in training?
Oh, I absolutely believe that all Japanese people are furries.
Grumpy House says Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Balls.
Womb Raider. You know what I saw was the Sperminator, and it had Who's that really greasy Greek guy who does porn?
Ron
Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy?
Yes.
Oh, he's
It had
nasty.
Ron Jeremy in it, and it was almost line for line the original Terminator movie, except that anytime it's, instead of killing Sarah Connors, it's fucking Sarah Connors. And so he goes around, and instead of going around and killing all these women who are named Sarah Connors, he goes around breaking into their houses and fucking them.
I love those kinds of porn.
And Ron Jeremy is the guy who comes back in time to inseminate Sarah Connors with the baby who's going to eventually go on and save the world from the Terminators. And they do this flashback scene to the future, where the future is basically just this giant, dirty porn orgy all the time, and that beautiful thing will not happen unless he comes back in time and bangs this girl, because the inseminator will inseminate her, and then it was.
Have you ever watched?
But it was so
that kind of porn?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, one of these nights when the
porn.
kids aren't at your place, we will just have to make a girls' night of a couple of spoof.
Okay.
porns.
We can do it Saturday night at my house,
Okay.
because my boy goes off to his dad's.
Okay.
That's a great idea. We should probably. Well, Saturday is the party.
This Saturday.
This
Saturday is the party. So.
But yeah, we could totally do a spoof night porn at my house. We can go. You can't rent porn at the porn store anymore because there's no more video stores to rent from.
Oh no, yeah, they're not around
But
anymore.
but we could totally go down and get some for like $3.99 at one of the discount porn shops.
Well, heck,
in
we could just
town.
pull up spoof porn on the internet.
We
can't
probably could.
Yeah,
Wendy says, no furries, just good Japanese animation with a plot and naked people bumping nether regions. I beg to differ. Every time I see Japanese hentai porn, there's always some kind of girl-like animal thing
I
running
got
around.
sucked into a hentai one time, and I was like totally stoked because it looked like it was going to be great, and there was all this stuff going on in it. And there was aliens involved, and one of the things the aliens needed to do was
With
make
tentacles?
no.
Okay.
They look like humans. We go figure. Normally, Japanese aliens look like humans, or they're tentacle creatures. That's how it works. And so they put this probe up your butt, and you had an orgasm, and while you were orgasming, you pooped. And I was like, this is the most awful hentai I have ever seen, because it did the
Oh
poop.
my god!
Because Japanese people are so weird about what they can and cannot show. They could not show real poop. So instead of it being poop, it was like little orange pills popped out of her butt.
But she had an orgasm.
But she had an orgasm while it was
probably
happening.
orange rabbit pellets because it was animal-like.
No, she was a normal human. But it was
So
hilarious.
an orgasm made you poop orange pellets.
Well, that's what this one was.
Geeks,
I usually-
geeks are the weirdest.
Geeks get it. I
Geeks
don't.
are the weirdest sex freaks in the world. Have you not learned this yet?
Which is why I fuck them as often as I can, because they are kinky motherfuckers.
Well, a lot of us do what we do. We sit around and we talk about stuff, and it comes out funny. And they said, well, let's try it. Let's make something.
And if you get a geek boy with a geek girl, and they're both watching the same hentai porn, who the fuck knows what's going to happen in that
Now,
relationship?
that's what I'd like to film.
Two geeks getting it on?
No, two geeks watching this
porn?
craziness and then getting it on. That's what I want to see. Like the reaction.
I love hentai porn. Ooh, especially if you can find it unedited. That's really great. Usually it's edited hentai.
But are they animated? I mean, I don't.
They're
get
animated.
They
Yeah,
are
they're drawn.
animated.
How can you get turned on by animated porn?
I don't know, but I do.
I don't
Okay, I
get turned
I don't
on by
think I
animated
would
porn.
either.
But I love watching comedy porn.
Comedy porn is hilarious.
Cartoon comedy porn.
I can understand that. Yeah.
She's never seen Caligula. I think we need to get a copy of Caligula.
Yeah, we should.
Watch that first.
It's not as dirty as you might think. It's not a full-on porn. It just has a lot of good scenes in it.
Yeah, it's a great story.
We spent this whole 20-minute segment talking about porn.
That's fabulous.
I know.
Is anyone complaining?
No, we did not talk about porn. We talk about animated porn.
No, we talked about all kinds of porn.
We talked
about
porn.
ass whooping porn and amateur porn and professional porn that's not really like sexy because there's no real like loving happening there.
We got 3 minutes left. I want to tell you guys a story that I found. I listened to NPR, and I heard this on an NPR show.
And I have a story when we come back that completely ties into our porn talk, by the way.
And science, true science, has defined what a booty call is, what a one-night stand is.
This is very important to me, you know.
And the first question you ask is, why would they even do a scientific study on what the hell a booty call is? Why?
Because
We
I
really
needed
it
to know,
defined.
okay?
Well, according to the article that I found on livescience.com, it's because psychologists, to be able to better treat their patients, they need to know how people define their relationships and what the relationships are. So, the difference between a booty call and a one-night stand, which I'm sure you could probably figure that out, right? Just by the name, a booty call or a one-night stand.
Well, you guys defined it. One night stand is one good night, one guy, you never
right.
see him again.
Right.
Booty call is somebody you see periodically.
Right.
To clean your pipes.
So one is people get involved with other people for many reasons: sex, compassion, companionship, love, and sometimes a self-esteem boost. And that's one of the reasons why there's a separation. So booty calls or casual sex relationships. Stop it. Where one party calls or texts the other for sex that day or evening, found that involves more emotions than just a one-night stand, but they're not as touchy-feely as regular relationships.
Now, I understand that. I've been in booty call situations where we've all had a booty call. They're a good friend of yours, somebody you would like to hang out with normally.
Or not necessarily a good friend, just someone that you kind of like.
Feel comfortable with sexually.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
So, I just thought that was interesting that science
defined.
Wait a minute.
They
I just
blinded
want
me
to
with
know how much
science.
of our government money went to pay for that fucking study. All right? You'd been better to talk to a woman who has had a relationship, had a booty call, and had a one-night stand. I could have done it for half the cost.
It wasn't our government. It was Peter Jonason, a psychologist at the University of Western Sydney in Australia.
Oh, so they're spending
got another
Western Sydney, Australia's
so as long as another country is
Well,
paying
I've got
for it.
another Australian. Apparently, Australians are totally obsessed with sex. I've got look, it's 8:30. I've got a story about Australians and sex when we come back from the break.
Alrighty,
I
sounds
think
good.
that's happening any second now. 30 seconds from now.
30 seconds from now.
Well, my story takes longer than 30 seconds.
There we go.
So let's just stare at each other for 30 seconds.
Just say goodbye.
All right. You've been listening to the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on VegasOnNetRadio.com and streaming live from SinCityBounty.com. We'll be right back. This is our long break, and we're going to be listening to some of my favorite crooner, Bublé.